LuMaye.
Talk Radio, 850. Almost forgot where I was for a second. At 8:55. See, I was looking at the time, 8:55, 8:50. I get confused because, well, you know about us conservatives. 919-860-9783, the number to call. Also visit our Facebook page, Bill LuMaye, and join us there and communicate with us there and also like us. This is something we've talked about in the past. It's been bounced around for a while, and this has to do with your kids, kids that find themselves in trouble with the law. And when I talk about children, I'm talking about children that are under the age of 18 in the state of North Carolina. Those children, 16 and 17, are automatically, at least I believe, brought into adult court, and there are those who believe that's wrong. Now, Brandy Bynum is the Director of Action for Children in North Carolina. And Brandy, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
So why not charge these kids with adult crimes if they are 16 or 17? Do you feel it's still too young, or have the kids evolved where the 16-year-old is not like yesteryear's 16-year-old?
Well, based on the research and following the leadership of 40 other states, we know that kids in the adult system are more likely to commit more crime, more serious crime, if they are charged as adults, versus 16 and 17-year-olds who will have access to the juvenile justice system, which is better equipped to handle the developmental needs of this population. And also the juvenile justice system is built on not just treatment, but also punishment. So these kids will be receiving consequences for their behaviors, while also making sure that their parents are involved, they have access to education, and whatever their treatment needs may be to put them back on the right track.
Now, a lot of folks would say, well, gosh, some of these crimes are pretty awful. Is there an exclusion as to some of these crimes? And was that really the driving force to eventually lower the age that kids would be thrown over to adult court? These terrible crimes that kids seem to be committing nowadays.
Well, the current legislation before our General Assembly makes that distinction very clearly. The raise age legislation only applies to young people who commit low-level minor offenses. So serious violent offenders will remain in the adult criminal justice system.
Well, I think that makes sense to me. Why would you want to screw up a kid's future if you have an opportunity to change the path? What are you getting? What kind of feedback are you getting from the legislature? I mean, how likely is this thing going to pass or not pass?
Well, the raise age legislation has bipartisan support from both legislators, law enforcement, and judicial officials, and definitely several hundreds and thousands of advocates and young people across the state want to see this policy change. Again, North Carolina remains one of 2 states in the nation with this outdated policy. And in fact, we are barring our own young people from access to higher education and employment, which is an issue for everyone, taxpayers in general.
Well, I think you have a very good point there. I'm interested, and you say it's bipartisan support, so is this something that likely will get a vote soon? Or because I know I've talked about this now, I bet a couple of years, it seems like.
Yes. And every year we get a little bit closer to passage of legislation. Our organization definitely feels very optimistic that this is the year that our legislators will make the full commitment to see this change happen.
Well, Brandy, to learn more, how can folks do that? How can they get a hold of you?
Please visit our website at www.ncchild.org for more information.
All right. Well, Brandy, thank you for spending some time with us and for looking out for the kids.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Brandy. Appreciate it.